We bash Bros movies
And we're here to talk about a movie he saw in a book I read.
exactly. Ready Player One. You may have seen the title. Maybe you clicked the link. You didn't know what it was.
Maybe you're drunk and got hit by accident.
In which case, please stick around to the end. Click the like button. Click share button. Subscribe button.
And to do all that stuff, you don't even have to stay till the end. Just do now.
Exactly.
And then you can pass out.
Yeah. And even if you're not drunk, feel free to do the same as well. We will appreciate it. Listen, Ready Player One, I've known about the book for, I don't know, for a few years now. I think it was even me who told you to read it too, so...
Not sure.
But I never read it. For various reasons. I'm still not gonna read it anytime soon. But when I heard Steven Spielberg...
It's better than a movie, that's for sure.
Book is always better than a movie. So when I heard Steven Spielberg was gonna do it, I was excited because to me Steven Spielberg can do no wrong even when he does wrong. And listen, he's just one of those directors whose movies you look forward to watching just because his name is tied to a project. So I was very anxious to see the movie. I managed to not see all the trailers. I may have seen one of the trailers once or twice.
I saw one.
In the last few months when I was watching other movies in cinema, so they played Ready Player One.
I saw one, not sure which one, but it was enough to deter me from watching them.
Well, yeah, I mean, as an avid book fan, of course you would be compelled not to watch the movie simply because you always know that book is better than the movie. That's kind of people we are. And listen, as far as I don't know, transferring the original material into a movie, I can't, of course I can't say for certain whether that was done correctly or right. I can only say that was done well, just based on the movie itself. I watched the movie, I thoroughly enjoyed it, every moment of the movie, just watching all those Easter eggs in the movie, from, as you can see on my t-shirt here. I mean, seriously, just from the DeLorean and from a bunch of other stuff I may or may not mention throughout this review. It was a nice
not at all in the book.
Listen, it was a joyride, okay? It was a joyride. So
did you fall asleep at any point?
Not once, man. Not once.
Well, the thing is, you went alone, so there's nobody really to collaborate that story.
Corroborate, exactly. But I can tell you, the only thing I might have missed may have been a few character Easter eggs, because there was a bunch of crowd shots, and so the characters were jumbled together. So you know, moments passed, but I assure you, I did not fall asleep, not even once. It was an exciting movie. I wanted to see what Easter egg would come next, and...
You should read the book.
Hmm?
You should read the book.
I should read the book, I know, but I'm not gonna do it. It's way too... It's still overhyped for me to read the book, so... Yeah,
Whatever. How would I rate it? I wouldn't.
No, how
Based
would
on
you...
the trailer, I just don't... You know.
What do you think might have or might not have happened in the movie? I don't know. I mean, this is gonna... I'm gonna try to keep this non-spoilery, but at least...
I'm gonna watch the movie like 3 months from now when it gets out, so I'm just not gonna go to the movie theater to see it. It's just, you know, one of those things. Listen, I watched the trailer and it totally put me off.
For what reason specifically?
And it wasn't just the fact that what I saw in the trailer has nothing to do with the book, because Ernest Cline, who wrote the book, he signed off on all the changes that Spielberg made.
Okay.
I think he even co-wrote the script.
Possibly. I wasn't paying attention to
because the idea was that the
movie, so I can't.
Easter eggs and the nostalgia stuff in the book, Ernest Cline puts a lot of stuff from the 70s, 80s, which wouldn't resonate with today's moviegoers.
You mean today's generation?
Yeah.
Of 20-year-olds. So.
Yes, they got their heads stuck up places where they don't understand references. So that's why they changed all the...
Well...
But just the little of the plot that I saw in the trailer is just... It's hard to say just because I did not watch
So
the movie
basically,
yet. But
yeah,
basically, I think some stuff that's happening in the movie, it's actually from the book.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they went completely
off script. Yeah,
off
well,
script. And
of the
Yeah.
originals.
and the thing
Manuscript,
is,
yeah.
and I already talked about this before, is I have learned that when a movie is based on a book, when I go and watch a movie,
We've learned
I don't associate it with the book.
Yeah,
I just see them as two different, because it's very hard to take a book and put it in a movie and do it properly.
exactly.
If you want to do it word, if you want to do it word
movies,
for word, do it properly, it has to be longer or it has to be TV miniseries.
which brings me back to Spielberg, because he's known for using the books and turning them into a movie. With Jaws, he did it with Jaws. He did it with Jurassic Park. He did it now
Most
with
recently, he did it with BFG.
BFG, and he did it now with the Ready Player One. I might have missed
He's
some.
probably did a few others.
Yeah, but
that's
those are all
Spielberg for you.
yeah, that's definitely he's
So
known for.
I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. I just wasn't gonna go to the movie theater, and even listen. Last time this happened to me, where I didn't want to go watch a movie that I really wanted to see,
The Dark Knight.
was when Dark Knight came out.
Yeah,
And I waited a year-ish and a half
something like that. Yeah.
for the whole hype to
die
die down,
down,
just so I can actually go see the movie and enjoy the movie. For the movie itself,
Yeah.
not for the hype that was presented for the movie. And it was same here, just with everything that I saw a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff. I
Okay.
saw a bunch of the movie fest thing they do in Austin, is it?
Yeah, Austin,
AXSS,
Texas. Yeah,
whatever it is.
SXSW. Yeah, South by Southwest.
Yeah. So I saw a bunch of, they had exhibits there, I saw a bunch of that stuff, and I was like, you know what, I'm rather gonna wait and then watch the movie and enjoy the movie than go with all this stuff, because I'm gonna end up leaving the movie theater disappointed, which I really didn't, because I really want to see the movie. I really want to like the
After
movie.
watching the movie, I think you might regret not seeing it in theater, dude.
No, I'll live.
A little. I know you'll live.
A
I'm
little.
just saying a little bit. You'll say to yourself, "I wish I would have seen this in cinema." But listen, as is with us, usually, we don't usually, regret many things. So we'll just learn to cope with it and live with it and whatever.
My choice, yeah.
Yeah. And listen, as far as the plot goes, like if you've seen the trailers, without any spoilers, basically, this dude who creates this game, he dies, but this game is like a massive multiplayer online role-playing game.
Virtual reality.
Virtual reality, exactly. And basically he leaves a few Easter eggs. For those who aren't familiar with the terminologies, basically these hidden secrets, hidden items, artifacts within the game, which is really massive, because it encompasses not just the entire world, like basically has world within a world within a world within another world. So basically you can get lost in here in this virtual reality, and that's kind of at the beginning of the movie. The main character tells you, listen, it's like the only thing we do is in real life is eat, sleep, and go to toilet. So we all live inside
And
here.
you have one of those fancy chairs, you can do all three at the same time.
Yeah, and well, the one in the movie you couldn't really do that. The old three of this, but they weren't very specific about.
I said if you had the proper setup.
I know. I'm just saying, man.
Trust me, I read the book. It
I
happens.
believe you. Hey, man. I used to play World of Warcraft. I saw that South Park episode. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Trust me.
I
In
know.
the book, it's there. People actually get a fancy chair and they do all three at the same time.
Yeah, and
And if
basically,
you get yourself an IV, you don't even have to get out of the chair.
and it's been a few years since this guy passed. I think it was 3 years in the movie, and I don't know if that's in the book. But no, it's been 3 years
well,
and
in the
nobody
book-
found any of the
yeah,
Easter
there's
eggs.
a time before.
Yeah, and basically he left 3 Easter eggs.
And whoever finds the Easter eggs actually gets everything.
Yeah, gets his money, gets the game, like ownership. And our character lives in this
Trailer park.
called the Stacks, because they stack trailers up on top of each other. And I was watching I was watching a video on YouTube the other day. It was fan theory about the Ready Player One. It was about the stacks, how architecturally they can really hold out for a long time. Like if you know, stronger wind blows, they're all going down, and basically that happens in the movie at one point, but not due to natural disaster, due to some man-made you know, disaster, so to speak. Anyways, so our main protagonist, he basically like, he decides, you know, he's one of these dudes and he wants to get those Easter eggs. He wants to, you know, get all that money because he wants to move away from the stacks. He wants to, you know, get a better life for himself. Along the way, he meets a few people. He makes a few friends. And I gotta say, man, one of those characters, I think it was Show. Show was like the coolest character, man, ever, because like that character is every kid's dream. And that's all I'm gonna say about that character. But listen, and there's this other company, IOI, and they're basically recruiting people to, you know, they pay them money, they give them gear, and so if they find Easter eggs, the company gets it. So the company is actually trying to take out their dead competitor out and kind of get his stuff. That's a pun right there for those of you who know, you know, MMORPGs. And yeah, and so they're called Sixers because they're associated by a number. They don't really have a name. They all look the same.
Yep.
And our main protagonist, I forgot his name because it wasn't really all that important.
Wade.
Yeah, Wade something. And he falls in love with this other character who's also trying to get the Easter eggs in his group. And by the end of it, there's 5 of them. They make a complete party and they call themselves High Fivers or something like that. So, dude, don't ask me how or why, it just sort of happens. But along the way, they get these cool Easter eggs. There's
a thing, does he play a perfect Pac-Man game in the movie?
There's no Pac-Man game in the movie. None that I saw. There was no Pac-Man at all, that I can remember, man. There was, listen, the race that they show in the trailer, the race where he takes out the DeLorean. Basically, it's a race. It's where they find the first Easter egg.
Does he get an extra life?
Dude, that's that will spoil the movie.
It's not.
It kind of does, man.
If they don't have Pac-Man, does he get an extra life? Yes or no, man? It's simple. It's simple.
I'm not saying it, man. I'm not saying it.
Dude, they moved the Pac-Man game out?
Dude, listen.
That scene's vital, man. If they messed up the ending, rate this thing, let's go.
Dude, listen, so
you see, this is why I don't want to go see the movie until
If I tell you it's a spoiler, man, because so much depends on that one moment in the movie.
Same with the book in the
So then
game.
you know, I'm not gonna tell you how it happens, so it's like, you have your answer. Without the Pac-Man game, it happens, okay? It happens. You know the custodian? There's this library of the dude who invented the game, and they basically have his whole life in the library, and there's a custodian in there.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. And basically, so yeah, there's a T-Rex from the Jurassic Park. There's King Kong. There's the DeLorean. There was even a small Mortal Kombat Easter egg with Prince Goro, and there was a bunch of Spartans from Halo. There was what else was there off the top of my... Oh, there was a cool Saturday Night Fever Easter egg with the dancing scene. So it's like when it comes to the 70s, 80s thing, not many kids are definitely not gonna, you know that. So yeah, there's a cool dancing scene, and yeah, that's off the top of my head as far as the Easter eggs go. But there was definitely no Pac-Man, man. And
how about the soundtrack?
Listen, the movie...
In the book, the soundtrack is vital to the... It plays a big part of...
You know, the only problem I had with the soundtrack is the first scene, the opening scene of the movie starts with the stacks and they play a song from the 80s, even though it's 2047 or something like that. and it was kind of, it just, I got the effect that they were trying to portray. I got the atmosphere, but to me it just didn't mix.
His mix when he's in the Oasis. He plays a CD.
Oh, yeah, no. They kind of just, yeah. There's his character isn't tied to the music. He's just this dude who likes to play games, and he's really good at it. So
Because the thing with the book and what...
Iron Giant was in the game too. Yeah. And it was in the trailer, so yeah, they do some really cool stuff with Iron Giant.
The thing was, the music itself, usually in the books he plays, it's as a big of an Easter egg as everything else that happens.
He didn't play, like, when he gets into, like, there's music in the background, but it's not tied to his or anybody else's character. Just, you know, just for atmosphere, you know. Maybe it was an Easter egg in that regard, I don't know, but, you know. Overall, I was listen, the plot, I didn't notice any plot holes, and for any fan of any video game or any MMORPG, I think they're gonna get, they're gonna be satisfied. I think even every book reader, when it comes to the movie, you know, movie's always gonna be different.
Yep.
You know, because of legal rights, they can't, because when you write a book, you can pretty much put anything you want in it without, you know, breaking any copyrights. But when it comes to a movie, because you're making money off of it and you're displaying those characters, you can't really put anything you want. So you need to get, you know, legal rights from this company, that company. So yeah, and I was glad to see the Spartans, and Prince Goro was also cool to see. There was few things that reminded me of Warcraft, but there was Gundam Easter egg. There was the DeLorean, and that's off the top of my head, man. When it comes to rating the movie, on a 20 out of 30, I'm giving it, because of what, like, the CGI in this movie, man. I don't know if they did any motion capture. I don't know, but the CGI in this movie, the visual effects are astounding. The plot is cool. Great. I didn't notice any plot holes all that much, and you know, the characters were really well developed, all of them. Even the villain, the protagonist, even his friends. And like I said, show, man. Show
in the book.
On a 30 scale, I'm giving it. I don't know the rewatchability factor on me for this. It's like, I'm gonna watch it if I see it, but I'm not necessarily gonna run to it. So I'm giving it a 22.
Alright.
I'm giving
I
it.
thought you might go higher with all the superlatives you used on this one.
Listen, man. I know. I used a lot of superlatives, but just because of it's not that it's not great. I think when it comes to Spielberg, you know, I think we've come to expect great things from him, and I don't think, you know, for me, I think Spielberg has done all the great works that, I don't know, man, like, he did all the great works that he could have done when he did them. I don't think, like, the stuff that happens inside this movie, I think it's just like Minority Report. There's stuff in this movie that definitely make you think about the future of the world, the future of the internet, privacy issues, you know. The movie doesn't necessarily tackle privacy, but, you know, there's...
Nor does the book.
And I don't think it should, but it does tackle how we're gonna live our lives, you know, in the next few years, you know. So, especially with virtual reality, you know, becoming a thing right now with the games and stuff, you know, it's only a matter of time because you're not going without a phone anywhere. So, you know, wherever you go, you take your phone, it ties us, connects us to the world, connects us to our friends, families. And so this movie takes it, probably just like the book, takes it to a whole another level and gives you, you know, an idea of what the future might look like. So, and probably what it will look like. So, maybe it won't take 30 years, maybe it'll take less, maybe it'll take more. I don't know, but I think, you know, the movie has a good message. You know, reality is real in real world, you know. So it's like all of this is just, you know, stuff passes away. It's just there. It's always gonna be there unless somebody comes in and destroys it. And you know, you can only live for real outside of the game. And our character learns that too throughout the movie. And yeah, that's about it. Uh,
Alright, so yeah.
I don't know if you
So
have
Ready
anything
Player
else.
One, yeah, and it's in the so based on Ernest Cline's novel of the same name, and it also has been reported that the Universal Studios has already started working on Artemis, which is second of Ernest Cline's books, and hopefully the dude's writing a third one, and he already sold the movie rights to that one, so should be fun
Yeah,
for
and
both movie lovers and book lovers.
yeah, and Ready Player One is doing great at the box office. So
That's
far,
why they already
so,
greenlighted
yeah.
the Artemis.
Yeah. And is that in any way connected to the character in the...
Nope.
Okay, because one of the
Story is very
characters is
similar.
called Artemis, one of the characters. So it's her screen name. So yeah,
What could be better than Ready Player One? What could be better than any movie? How can you make a movie better? You take it into space.
Okay. All right.
That's it from us. Until next time.
Bash Bros out.